again, our approach is very holistic. So we're looking at the device, the management of the device itself, right? So is there basic authentication, passwords, control, and be able to wipe the information if something happens. Then we're also looking at the application. So we're looking at how do we wrap and distribute the application. So first is just the distribution of the applications, and then the data that flows through those applications, how do we wrap that securely. And last but not the least, like the threat aspect, like the integration between my profile at work and my profile at home. I'm doing both things on my device. And how do I forget very easily that I have corporate data and how it can be hacked? Right? So that whole malware aspect, we are looking at that also from very actively.
But isn't that assuming you're storing a lot of data? Because you don't have to store, which is another way you introduce a security control. Don't allow data to be stored.
Yeah, so even if you don't allow the data to be stored there, there's still, like if your identity is breached, right? There's a breach and your identity information is stolen, then there's a way using that identity to actually get to the data wherever the data is.
Yeah, I understand that, right. And I understand from what I've read that the bulk of any of the cyber attacks, they want their credentials. They're not going to attack on a device by device. It's not worth the effort. They'll go right to the portal. It's credentials that most of them are looking for. But why do we tend to look at, I mean, you obviously have to look at your organization and sort of the consumerization of your devices, and I think we're all struggle with the concept of shared assets, which is what BYOD is. But why do we look at it as any different than the way we look at laptops today?
At Symantec, we do something called Internet Security Threat Report every year. So we have a vast intelligence network and we collect data based on sensors and all that. So we find that if you look at patterns, again, from human psychology perspective or whichever way you want to call it, the way we are looking at a laptop or a desktop is different than how I'm looking at my device. We just do not tend to give the same importance to security on the device, because oftentimes people forget that there's like real, like the sensitive information that you can get from here. It's like, okay, if I lose my phone, I lose $600 worth of like an iPhone, right? But it's not so much that. So it's more the psychological aspect of treating my laptop differently than my mobile phone, which is at the heart of it. And we found a lot of data that correlates to that's just that. People back up their laptop much more than they back up their iPhone.
More and more organizations are starting to look at cloud-based storage,
exactly.
So whether it's a SkyDrive or whatever, which in one sense probably would make it easier. So you'll have ubiquitous access to that data in the cloud from a number of devices, but you've really only got to protect it in the cloud, and there's the same credential set to get at that data when it is in the cloud. So it's not necessarily about the current architecture that says, I got a device now and I'm going to get into the corporate environment to get at my data that's sitting on a server somewhere, whether it be an Exchange server or what have you. Now, as you start to go to the cloud, now you have to protect that path as well, and you're kind of at arm's length from that a little bit. So there's an additional challenge that is starting to emerge, and it's not just about protecting the device to the corporate environment, it's protecting your users and their use of cloud technologies as well. And how do you limit that? Because there's so many options out there.